Man has roamed this desert for thousands of years. In the beginning, they used the mountains for hunting and gathering. They found a yellow rock they could crush and use as paint. The archaic and the Fremont cultures sometimes used it in their rock art. And the Ute tribes would also use it for war paint. But in 1898, the new settlers saw a different use for the rock. The claims were staked, and soon the mining camp at Temple Mountain would be known as Temple City. The miners of Temple City were mining uranium, vanadium, and radium. In the early 1900s, radium was hailed as the wonder element. It was used extensively in consumer products, medicine, cosmetics, toiletries, health tonics, toothpastes, and glow-in-the-dark paints, and even radium emanators to create radioactive drinking water. But by the late 1920s, popularity of these products faded as the lethal health consequences became undeniably linked to radium consumption. And you guessed it, mining crept to a halt, and Temple City suddenly became quiet. Oh, I can stand up. Barely. Hey everybody, what's up? Well, it's adventure day again, and we're back in the swell. I found us a little ghost town. This is an old mining camp for uranium, and that is Temple Mountain. So we're gonna cruise around today, look for some structures, look for some mine adits, mine shafts, and anything else we can find. I've never been here, so I'm excited. This should be fun. That looks like an old seat off a tractor. And we're out exploring on the e-bike again. Putting this thing to some use. Here's a twisted up old mine track. Looks like there's another piece down there. There's an old horseshoe up there though. We probably better try to get up there. I think this is just a little dynamite shed. Yeah. Looks like they just dug a little ways on this one. I guess it didn't have enough uranium or vanadium in it. I think those yellow stripes are either uranium or vanadium. Sorry, it's pronounced vanadium, not vanadium. Here's another little test hole. But then we got our big mine shaft, our big mine adit, sorry. It's sealed off, but it's right here. It's a biggie. Oh, there's a little marker. This is a big one. It's about 8 feet tall. Yeah, hopefully my camera shows all these yellows and greens. Got oranges down here. And our road keeps going. So we probably ought to keep going. But here's a view of our area. And I'll tell you, there's a campground right at the bottom. But just outside of the campground is free camping. And that's where I parked. It's so crazy, there's free camping right next to that campground. All you get is a picnic table and a metal fire ring. Because you can go walk over to the bathrooms from your camp spot, wherever you camp. They're not going to stop you from doing number 2. Okay, we'll hop back on the bike and keep going up this road. Ooh, that's a big one. I thought the last one was big. This one's huge. Holy cow, check out how big this entrance is. I can reach about 8 feet. And I'm nowhere near the top of this one. Oh, there's a marker for that one. Well, it looks like we're almost to the end of this access road. Let's go see what's down there. Well, there was definitely a big mine at it right here. I kind of think there's a rock slide in front of it though. We'll find out. Okay, this one's not as big. It's only about 7 or 8 feet tall. Yeah, about 8 feet tall. Right in the middle. Okay, we'll go hike over there. Doesn't look like a good trail for the bike. Yeah, this one had a big ore chute that went down to the bottom of the plateau. Got some barrels down there. Part of the slide for the ore, some timbers. And I was just thinking about it. It's starting to get warm. Better watch out for sneaky snakes. Well, I sure hope there's something over here, or I just did a bunch of walking for the fun of it. I don't know. Doesn't look like nothing. Okay. I think I figured out where it is. We got some mine track. There's some timbers, more mine track. There's a cable, but I think it's clear up there. And I'm not rock climbing today. So we'll keep looking around. Oh, I seen a lizard. That definitely means the snakes are out. But here's that ore bin. Should be another mine right in front of it too. Yep, a stinky one. That's another big one. Not as tall as that one that was blocked off, but that one's a good 10 feet tall. A little tag. Oh, this one has a tag on it too. I didn't see if that one does. I'm not seeing one besides this one. Well, I just heard a noise in there. Hello? Bad air. And am not going to walk out there. You must be crazy. Well, there's another one over here. This was an active little spot. Well, and there's two more blocked off right down there. Yeah, this spot was way active. All right, let's see what else we can find. I have to walk back to the bike first. I didn't bring it over here. Well, here's some flowers. Spring has sprung. Bunch of big tailings piles over here. 1, 2, 3. That one over there is real big. Looks like there's an ore bucket over there. In the 1940s, Temple City came back to life. The race to build nuclear weapons was on. Thousands of mines opened in the Southwest in search for radioactive minerals. The average uranium miner only lived 20 years after stepping into a uranium mine. Breathing the radon-coated dust caused lung cancer. Safety standards were basically non-existent, and the miners, for the most part, were very safe, but had no idea what the dust was doing to them. Eventually, the U.S. had a large enough stockpile of uranium, and by 1960 the mines were abandoned and Temple City became a ghost town for good. But according to some of the stories I've read and the sign that was down at the bottom, they core drilled a 36-inch diameter hole down in the sandstone, down into the uranium level, and then spidered off from there. I almost think I see the core from the core drill down in the wash. Yeah, I think those are their core drills. The cores from their core drills. Some sort of vent hood. It was either pushing air in or pulling air out. And here is an old mine shaft filled in. There's our core drills sitting out there. Okay, we have what's left of an old structure. Nails poking up everywhere. A couple mattresses. What's this? An old stove or an old refrigerator? I'm not sure. Old stove. So I guess maybe this was an old bunkhouse. There's 5 or 6 old mattresses here. This looks like an old head frame. An old refrigerator. A little tiny dynamite shed. And uranium. Mine shaft. We better see if this is anything. Nope. Huh. Sure is pretty up here. I found another one. We got a rock drill bit still sticking out of the ground. Well, that kicked my butt, literally. I'm gonna have to replace that thing. It is not comfortable. We'll get loaded up and we'll get out of here. I want to try to make it to one more place. I don't know if the road's actually good enough we can get to it, but we're gonna try. So I'll see you in a minute. Wow, just look at that. We're on the behind the reef road. Okay, and I think that's Ding and Dang Dome. Well, okay, the road got way too bad. So I just picked a camp spot right here in the wash. I know it's not gonna rain, and I know it's not gonna rain anywhere near here. So we're good. And we're not in the main wash. This is like if it gets really full, this is the overflow part of the wash. This is home for the night. Well, I hope you had fun. I know I did. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.